Good morning, super friends, and welcome to the Sacred News and Weather. I'm coming to you today with bedhead and workout clothes because I'm about to get on a call, well, a video to work out. Oh, I'm going to pick up a dog before she knocks everything down here. Um, I'm coming in today with just a brief message. Yesterday, I was all dressed up and ready to go. I was wearing a dress, I was wearing makeup, I had a channeled message I was going to deliver, and then I opened up my computer and saw the news, and everything just kind of crumbled for me. Um, I had a very unique experience yesterday for me where I was given a message for our collective, or what I thought was our collective, in the morning that I really didn't understand. I was given a song. I was given the song Take Me Out by Franz Ferdinand, which I didn't even know. I mean, I knew the song from driving around in my car in the early 2000s, but I heard the lyrics and I had to like look it up and find out what it even was. And then I couldn't unpack them for us. I didn't know what they meant. So I asked Spirit to show me something different. And I was given a different song. I was given the song Someone Else's Story from the musical Chess, uh, which, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the musical, the music is wonderful. The book is kind of terrible, if I'm being honest. But it's a musical about the Cold War, about a chess match between a Russian and an American during the Cold War. And the American's name happens to be Freddie Trumper, which came forward, but I didn't get it. And what I got instead was, oh, we're going to be talking about like basically disassociating from a broken heart, because the song that I was given, Someone Else's Story, is about just that. It is about a woman who is ending a relationship because she no longer believes that it serves her, and but she still very much loves the person, and so she's letting go of him, but she's talking about it as if it's someone else's story and what she would advise to someone in her situation. And at the end, we learn, of course, that the story is the girl is me. The story is the girl is her. And so that's where I thought we were going yesterday with the message. And then I realized something else. For those of you who don't know, my graduate degree was in theater. I was on the production side. I was a production stage manager, lighting designer, set designer, all backstage stuff. But many of my friends and roommates were actors and actresses. And when I heard that song being sung yesterday, it was being sung by one of my college roommates, Amy Dolan. And Amy Dolan Fletcher, she's married now. She was Amy Dolan to me for forever, and she still kind of is. Um, but Amy Dolan is a musical theater director, and she lives in Evergreen, Colorado. And so it just changed the whole nature of what I thought I was meant to deliver yesterday versus what was actually coming through. And it rocked me. I'm not gonna lie, it rocked me. While I'm not surprised at all about what's going on in the world, and if you follow astrology, you would know that like this has been predicted. What is happening now has been predicted, but I've never had such a personal delivery of a message to me about it, and I kind of just didn't know how to be with it or what to do with it. And then to see on my news feed the number of not just people, and I have all sorts of people on my news feed from all sorts of backgrounds, and you all know that that I believe in equality, that I believe in that everyone has a right to exist. I believe that everybody has a right to the identity that they claim. I believe that we are all one, and anything that happens to one of us affects all of us in both directions, positive and negative. And my politics, while I do not love at all what is happening on the left, my politics are very much not with the right. I do not believe in pretty much anything that our friend who has been assassinated believes in. I would not purport any one or support any one of his messages, and I believe he very much should be alive and well and with his family today. I firmly believe that there is no place for violence on either side of the political spectrum, and I believe that we are in deep, deep trouble. I believe, while I am not in the business of predicting the future, what I was given yesterday was not the song Take Me Out. What I was given was the artist Franz Ferdinand, as in Archbishop Franz Ferdinand, as in the start of World War One. I think that's what I was being shown yesterday. And again, I can control for nothing. I can control for no one. I just get shown what I'm shown, and I surrender because I have no control over what people do or say. I can only suggest and encourage and teach people how to connect with their inner truth, because we all know that any side of the news, any side of the political spectrum, anything that we're getting from out there is going to be tempered and tainted by someone's agenda, whomever the message is being delivered by. And I just want to say today, before I get caught up in my workout and then picking up my co-facilitator of my retreat from the airport and getting ready to host a retreat this weekend, before I get caught up in all of that, I needed to come here and say that if you deign to call yourself a healer, a light worker, a spiritual being, and you are supporting, encouraging, celebrating the violence that has been enacted right now in our country, that is being enacted in our country, it's time for you to turn inward and take a deeper look at yourself, because there's some work that needs to happen. If you are a healer, if you are truly a healer, no matter where you are in your spiritual journey, if you identify as a healer, you have to know somewhere in you that violence is never the answer. And that even if someone is a terrible someone, even if someone's beliefs are terrible beliefs, it is not our role as healers to cheer on and celebrate a death from violence, period. I have so much more I want to say about Christianity versus genuine Christ consciousness, Christ Sophia consciousness. I think that what is happening here is my call to get really loud about what our evangelical Christian community believes is Christ-like behavior versus the message that I believe that Christ was truly trying to deliver, which is the message of oneness, that we are all interconnected, that spirit lives inside all of us, God lives inside all of us, and God does not follow a doctrine that was written by men. That's not how it works. And I am an unlikely person to be delivering this message because I'm not a biblical scholar. I'm not a student of Christianity. I did not grow up. Here's my phone ringing. I did not grow up believing in reading the Bible, believing the Bible. I grew up in a community of people who professed a love of God and a love of humanity and then judged one another, and I rejected it. And it's really only a few years ago that I was in meditation and was shown a woman holding red eggs who told me it was time for me to know her. And I had to look up. I had to Google, "Who's the woman with the red eggs?" And that woman was Mary Magdalene. And since then, when I get into meditation, I get scripture that I have no conscious knowledge of. Sometimes it's, numbers and letters, sometimes it's pieces of scripture, and I go to them and learn what the message is. And sometimes I open up scripture and get the message that I'm meant to receive. But I want you to know that my version of Christ Sophia consciousness, divine feminine and divine masculine consciousness is not the traditional message. I believe that all gods and goddesses by any name are valid. I believe that all belief systems deserve to exist. And I believe that it's time we do away with any dogma, any scripture, anything standing between us, whether it's the Constitution or the Bible or the Quran or the Torah. It is time to do away with the doctrine, the scripture, the belief systems that were given to us by the patriarchy in service of the patriarchy, in service of keeping us apart and disempowered. And it's time to realize that we're all one, we're all love, and we all need one another, and violence is not the answer. And that's what I have for you today, because I'm going to go move my body, because I got to move some of this stuff out of me. But I love you, and you probably won't see me until Monday, because I'm going to be hosting a retreat this weekend. Please like, share, subscribe, join me in my message, in my belief, if you feel so called. Reach out to me, let me know how you're feeling. I might start getting a little loud about it on social media, and I offer no apologies for that. Peace out.